Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 5.
Tonight, as the Taliban takes control, desperation in Afghanistan. Here at home, we take a look at the first day back to school for LPS students. Also, a 1 in a million COVID case involving a Lincoln woman.
There's a possibility that you and I wouldn't even be having this discussion after that.
Yeah, tonight she speaks to Channel 8 about her experience. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Feller. Megan has the night off. A lot of developments to talk about out of Haiti in Afghanistan. We'll get to those in just a moment. But first, we begin here in Lincoln. A woman has been fighting off a breakthrough COVID case. She's now being followed by one of the biggest research teams in the country. Channel 8's Alexa Skaneski has her intense story as we cover Lincoln tonight. Alexa?
Danielle did what she was told. She wore her mask, she worked from home, and she got the vaccine. But little did she know she would end up with a rare COVID case that would change her life forever. Meet 36-year-old Danielle Juneau, a vaccinated Lincoln woman who has been through some tough times the last couple of months after contracting COVID-19.
I do know that my case is very rare, but it is absolutely a testament to a worst case scenario.
A COVID outbreak at her daughter's daycare in the beginning of June infected her home and her body with the Delta variant. It began as mild COVID symptoms, a sore throat and exhaustion, but her symptoms progressively got worse. A high fever, a painful headache, and she started seeing double vision. As time progressed, Danielle knew something was very wrong when she started losing feeling in her hands and feet.
I said, "You need to get Dad. I can't move. Something is wrong. He needs to move me out of the bed." And so it was very difficult for me to walk. It was very difficult for me to go up and down stairs. I had this feeling that like my body would collapse out from underneath itself.
With those symptoms came a continuation of partial blindness and ringing in her ears so loud that it was causing her to feel as if she was going deaf. Danielle was rushed to the ER where doctors ran a battery of tests, everything coming back normal.
I didn't know if my ability to walk would go out again because it was coming in and out. I didn't know if the blindness would be permanent. I didn't know if I would be deaf permanently. It was pretty frightening.
After multiple hospital trips, 15 positive COVID tests, and testing positive for over a month, it prompted Danielle to take action. She started signing up for research and clinical trials, hoping someone could give her answers. She sent an email to Johns Hopkins, and sure enough, they agreed to work with her. The research team will now be following Danielle for a full year, doing various cognitive tests, sending phlebotomists to analyze her blood, and marking down every symptom over the next 365 days. At this point, doctors are considering her case long COVID. Although she's not testing positive currently, she's still having on and off again symptoms like arthritis and an irregular heartbeat. And that's just the physical mark COVID has left. Danielle says the mental toll is just as isolating. Through everything, Danielle sticks by her decision and has no regrets getting the vaccine. She believes the shot saved her life.
I believe that had I not gotten a vaccine at all, that my case would have been even worse. There's a possibility that you and I wouldn't even be having this discussion after that.
Danielle received the Johnson & Johnson shot back in April at PBA. I actually spoke with her after she got the vaccine during an interview. She said she felt fine at that time, but little did she know the roller coaster she would soon be riding. Rod?
And Alexa, I know you're going to be following up on this and keeping our viewers updated on what happens in her particular case, right?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Alexa. We have new information from Bryan Health tonight about COVID numbers there. There are 11 pediatric patients, only one with COVID. The other cases are either RSV, rhinovirus, or enterovirus. There are 51 adult COVID patients, 13 are on ventilators. Well, today, a big day for LPS students as they return to the classroom, an even bigger day for educators who ensure their safety. LPS gave us a peek into their classrooms for students' first day back. I have more than 40,000 students here in LPS. Teachers say they're happy to start in-person learning. The pandemic caused many teachers to adjust, learning new technology, trying to connect to students through Zooms.
I am so excited to be back for another year. It has been a challenge for all teachers, and it's our craft to be around students and to encourage them and help them, and it's hard to do that unless they're here at school.
Hear more on teachers gearing up for in-person learning and what you can do to help them coming up on our newscast at 6 o'clock. All right, now to Afghanistan. Have you seen the video coming out of there? The Taliban has now control over Kabul. Scenes from the airport showing people clinging to the sides of U.S. military jets as they take off from the airport there. People desperate to flee the country. ABC's Ike Joki has the latest.
Today, dramatic images emerging from Kabul. This video of Afghans swarming a U.S. military plane leaving the airport. Long lines filled with people trying to leave the country. Helicopters seen here flying away. The enormous throng of people can be seen from satellite images. ABC's Ian Pannell on the ground in Kabul.
This crowd rushing to the airport. Behind them, the sound of gunfire.
The United Nations holding an emergency session to deal with Afghanistan, and President Biden coming back to the White House from Camp David to address the nation.
The truth is, this did unfold more quickly than we had anticipated. So what's happened? Afghanistan political leaders gave up and fled the country. The Afghan military collapsed, sometime without trying to fight.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres telling the Council all countries must be open to accepting Afghan refugees.
We cannot and must not abandon the people of Afghanistan.
Those scenes intensifying throughout the day. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby confirming approximately 2,500 U.S. troops are at the airport assisting with what have been chaotic evacuation efforts. That number will grow to 6,000 in the coming days. Now, reports of U.S. troops involved in skirmishes with armed individuals at the airport, killing 2.
While our mission is not offensive, our forces have the inherent right of self-defense.
American troops cannot and should not be fighting in a war and dying in a war that Afghan forces are not willing to fight for themselves.
The Pentagon says there is no indication that the individuals who fired upon U.S. troops at the airport were members of the Taliban. Ike Joki, ABC News, Washington.
By the way, we do have our poll question on our website pertaining to that, so be sure to check that out. Let's get to your first forecast. And John, a little more humid today than we had over the weekend. It wasn't too bad, was it?
No, the weekend look was fantastic around the area. And we saw some blue skies. All that smoke from the fires out west decided to push back to the west and allow us to see some more sunshine, temperatures in the upper 80s. Today we made it back into the 90s. In fact, today was the 38th day to reach 90 degrees in the capital city. And we're currently sitting at 90 degrees. We reached a high of 91. It's currently 89 in Hebron. It's 90 right now in York and 88 degrees in Grand Island. You look back to the west and temperatures today, even right now, near 100 degrees in Valentine as well as in Chadron and out towards Scotts Bluff. Now, dew points around the area, well, we're sitting in the upper 60s to low 70s right now, so definitely an increase in humidity around here. Back out to the west where they've got the warmer temperatures, the air is much drier, which is a whole lot easier to heat, and why they've got some of the warmer temperatures out that direction. But you can see heat indices around the state. Again, it's feeling like it's currently in the lower to mid 90s. Now, not much to speak of on the satellite and radar composite, just a few high thin cirrus clouds, and that's about it. And that's how it's going to remain for the rest of this evening. 89 degrees by 6 o'clock, 82 by 8, and 77 degrees by 10 o'clock. We'll talk about how much longer this humid air will stick around, no pun intended, and how our temperatures will look over the coming week. That's in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
All right, John, we'll talk to you in just a little bit. A warning tonight from Lincoln Police. There's been a big increase in overdoses. In fact, in the past 3 weeks, they've seen 31 overdoses, some of those involving death. With more than 4 months left in this year, we've nearly matched 2020's overdose numbers, which was up at 76%. Police have seen cocaine, meth, heroin, and counterfeit oxycodone pills that all contain fentanyl. Crime news now. A Lincoln man is in jail accused of a serious hit-and-run crash. Tyler Collins was arrested a few days after the crash, and police say when they found him, his blood alcohol content was .29. They say he hit a motorcyclist near 27th and Pine Lake and then sped away. The motorcyclist suffered serious injuries. And standoff in Kearney is over. 33-year-old Jeffrey Smith was wanted for shooting his ex-girlfriend and her mom at a home near Elm Creek. They're in the hospital. Police later found Smith in a home in Kearney After a 5-hour standoff, it's over, but it's unclear if Smith was taken into custody or if he was killed. We'll keep you updated on that. A giant Husker flag was unveiled this morning at Memorial Stadium for the 5th annual Big Red Friday fundraiser. It was to help get Husker fans ready for Big Red Friday, which is August 27th. You're encouraged to wear red and visit any McDonald's restaurant in Nebraska, and there you'll be able to buy a special Husker flag for $5. All of the proceeds will benefit the families of the Ronald McDonald House in Omaha.
We're a family, we're a community. The whole state is something special. It's something I love. It's why this is now my home. And to be able to support charities that support Nebraskans and support Nebraska families especially, I think is the most important thing you could do.
The Big Red Friday event raised about $30,000 last year alone. Over the last 4 years, they've raised more than $100,000 again for the Ronald McDonald House families here in Nebraska. Over 1,000 people are dead in Haiti after a second devastating earthquake in a decade. We're going to show you all of the life-saving efforts that are taking place before Tropical Depression Grace hits. The latest coming up after the break.
When you are hearing impaired,
More than 1,400 people in Haiti are now confirmed dead from that 7.2 magnitude earthquake that hit there. New search and rescue teams are now racing against the clock to find survivors before Tropical Depression Grace slams the area with very heavy rains and possible mudslides. ABC's Alex Stone with more.
The search for survivors continues after the devastating 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck southwestern Haiti on Saturday morning. This mother and child pulled from the rubble on Sunday after the building they were in collapsed. More than 700 buildings already damaged or destroyed, including schools, hotels, and hospitals.
I've been to the hospitals, and their infrastructures is severely damaged.
The rescue efforts are being complicated by impassable roads, many buried under debris. The airport in La Caille is crowded with the wounded. The U.S. Coast Guard now flying people to Port-au-Prince for treatment. The United States Agency for International Aid also in Haiti to assist with finding those still missing. 59 rescuers and 4 search dogs from Fairfax County, Virginia's fire rescue team also flying in.
We bring 52,000 pounds of equipment, and that's enough for us to set up our base camp so that we can break through collapsed buildings as well as search equipment.
Disaster response teams from World Central Kitchen, a global humanitarian organization, and Team Rubicon, a veteran-led charity group, have brought in food, water, and other relief supplies.
What we're really focused on is food, is providing hot food, fresh meals.
And the Haitian American community here in the U.S. is already organizing.
There's a period of shock, of asking, why is this happening again? Then you get into working mode. Okay, what are we going to do?
Haiti's prime minister has declared a month-long state of emergency. Many residents are now taking shelter in this soccer field, afraid to sleep inside as powerful aftershocks continue to rock the island, threatening to destroy even more buildings. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
Around here today, temperatures have been warming as we've gone through the last couple of days. Over the weekend, temperatures reached the upper 80s, but the nice thing about the weekend, we had low humidity. That was creeping up a little bit yesterday, but still not too bad. Today, the humidity's climbed back into the 60s, or I should say the dew points have climbed back into the 60s to low 70s, so that's making it feel a bit more comfortable outside. Live look from Honda of Lincoln showing we've got a few clouds up here, some cumulus clouds, but that's about it. I wanted to show you the latest on our wildfires out to the west. The numbers are actually down just a little bit. 97 active large fires. Last week we were in the triple digits through that entire time period, with just over 2.1 million acres being burned right now. And then we've got one of those fires contained, and then of course we've got this crossfire one. We had talked about this a little earlier last week. Now at 2,400 acres impacted by that, but now at 97 containment, so that's some good news there. Now the smoke from the wildfires really is blanketing much of the western United States as well as the northern plains. We got a break from that over the weekend as well as today. We do see some signs that we may start to see the smoke start coming back our way as we go through the day on Tuesday. Maybe not so much for Lincoln, but as we look out to the west from Lincoln and out towards the Tri-Cities directly overhead, we may see some of that gray sky return as you look straight up. Temperature-wise, we made it back into the 90s this afternoon. We hit 91 officially in Lincoln, 90 right now. It's 93 in Fairbury, 89 in Hebron. We've got 87 degrees in Aurora, 85 Central City, and 88 degrees coming in from Columbus. The dew points, as I mentioned, a little bit higher than 24 hours ago, on the order of about 5 to 7 degrees higher. So upper 60s in Lincoln, 66 in Beatrice, 70 right now in Columbus, Aurora, as well as Wahoo. So we're starting to get back up into that muggly territory again. And that's giving us a heat index right now sitting in the low to mid 90s. So again, feeling a little warmer than the actual air temperature outside. For the rest of the evening, we'll see our temperatures at upper 80s by 6 o'clock, mid 80s by 8, dropping down. Probably not a good night to leave the windows open. I think we'll have just enough humidity to make it feel kind of uncomfortable if you do leave them open. Low temperatures tonight will be down into the mid 60s, maybe a degree or two warmer than this morning. For tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies, some high thin cirrus clouds probably drifting overhead at times. Temperatures should get a little warmer than what they did today, 91 to 92 degrees for a high temperature by mid-late afternoon. And you can see that on Stormcast. There's a chance, very small chance, but a chance down along the Nebraska-Kansas state line of an isolated shower tomorrow, but most of us will remain dry. High temperatures, the lower 90s. Winds will begin to pick up out of the south as well, gusting at times to 20 miles per hour. On Wednesday, much the same, mostly sunny skies. We'll see temperatures back into the low 90s. It's going to be humid as well. In fact, Wednesday afternoon, dew points will be in the upper 60s. By Thursday, we're talking dew points in low 70s. On Friday, lower to mid-70s, so it's going to feel very humid through the day on Friday, but that's as a cold front begins to move in, and that brings us a chance for some showers and thunderstorms coming our way, with some drier air coming in just in time for the weekend, similar to last week. 92 degrees on Wednesday, 91 on Thursday. Heat indices Thursday afternoon, middle to upper 90s. Heat index up around 96 degrees by Friday, and then we've got humidity returning as we go towards next week. Heat indices perhaps as high as 100 degrees as we get into early next week, with another chance for some showers and thunderstorms coming again Tuesday morning and again Wednesday morning next week. But again, temperatures will be on the warm side for the rest of this week and a little bit on the humid side as well.
All right, John, thank you so much. There is a large jump in food stamp benefits coming to those who use it. The Biden administration has announced an increase of more than 25% more than what it was before the pandemic. Stacey Cohen with this Consumer Watch report tonight.
A major boost for struggling families. Food stamp benefits are jumping 27% above pre-pandemic levels, the largest increase in the program's history. For food stamp recipients, the program has been a lifeline.
It was, life or death. We were either going to starve or we were lucky enough to qualify for SNAP benefits.
The Department of Agriculture, which oversees the program, made the announcement Monday. The agency says under the permanent revision, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, the formal name for food stamps, would add an average of $36 per month per person. Beneficiaries received $121 per person before the coronavirus pandemic. The USDA says their priority is making sure their resources are reaching those who need it most.
Making sure that we are meeting the needs of families with very young children. That is just critically important for today and our future.
The economic impact of the pandemic sparked a jump in food stamp participation as hunger grew nationwide. The USDA says about 42 million people were enrolled in the program in May, up from nearly 37 million in February 2020. Those who rely on federal assistance say the extra help has gone a long way to helping them put food on the table, especially with inflation and rising cost of groceries.
I am a real person who had a real job, and now I need help so that I can provide for my children during this hard time.
I'm Stacey Cohen reporting.
An exciting new feature might be popping up around Lincoln. Today, the Lincoln City Council is voting on amending an ordinance that would allow more businesses to have sidewalk cafes. Places like bars downtown that don't serve food could get the chance to expand their service, something they're very excited about.
And then I think really the prime goal of this ordinance is to make downtown Lincoln and all of Lincoln a more vibrant place and a more walkable place.
Now, the council just voted about 30 minutes ago, and they unanimously approved the provisions. We're going to have much more on this in our later newscasts at 6 and 10 o'clock. The U.S. government is looking into Tesla after their autopilot system has caused several accidents. Officials say the cars hit parked emergency vehicles when on autopilot. They also hit flares, aero boards, and cones. Officials are looking into what might be causing this, but at this point, no recall has been issued. Let's take a look at Wall Street today. Dow was up 110 points and NASDAQ was down 29. We'll be right back.
This week, the COVID surge across the U.S., hospitals in the South running out of beds, plus keeping watch on Fred and the drawdown chaos in Afghanistan. With so much at stake, World News Tonight with David Muir is America's #1 most watched newscast.
Hi, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. The selection of new 2021 Hondas is going fast, but we still have more than 500 to choose from in stock or on the way, with 0% APR financing still available on select new Hondas. Plus choose from our best selection ever of over 160 pre-owned vehicles. We invite you to come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hey, neighbor, I thought you got something to keep the leaves and debris out of your gutters. Oh no, you got them fancy smanchy surgical mesh filters on your gutters. With all this leaves and sap, where does the water go? Whoa! I found your problem. That's not Leaf Guard.
Don't be lured by the competitors. There's only one Leaf Guard.
My Leaf Guard gutters are awesome.
to never get back on a ladder, to never clean again. That sold me right there.
I would rate LeafGuard a 10.
More than 1 million satisfied customers agree. LeafGuard reigns supreme. If it's time for new gutters, remember this. With LeafGuard, get it and forget it. LeafGuard's not a screen, mesh, or cover that goes over your old gutters. Those things clog. For virtually the same cost, you can have LeafGuard, a completely new system backed with a clog-free guarantee. LeafGuard
Archaeologists in Australia have found what is basically a dragon. The bones of a new dinosaur have been found in Australia. A fossil found has been revealed by researchers to be the largest kind of pterosaur ever found there. A research team that analyzed the fossil, discovering the flying reptile would have had a wingspan of around 22 feet, a skull 3 feet long, containing around 40 teeth. It's on display now at a museum in Richmond, Australia. All right, we're out of time. We appreciate you joining us. World News Tonight is coming up next. More on Haiti, of course, and in Afghanistan. We'll see you back here at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Stop by Comfort Made Mattress Factory today and save up to $500 with our bigger bed, smaller price sales event. Locally owned Comfort Made Mattress.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought